let's get started with this vlog episode. I'm really excited because I have a new setup for my office. I have a new kind of studio portion of my office, you know, super fancy. It's a closet, and I'm ready to show you what is in my closet. You'll learn some tips and tricks about looking your best, and then I have a little something that I've been waiting all week for, and it's to unbox this guy. This is my new unboxing. I didn't want to do it without you, so we shall see what's inside this box from Indochino, made to measure. Sound good? Sound like a plan? This is my office. It's still, I don't have all the pictures back on the walls yet. Right here I have my light covering, otherwise there would be sun blasting through here, messing up the color. I have my old desk. You guys probably saw it. This is where a lot of the magic happens for several of the companies that I run. But one in particular is my web development company. That kind of sweet setup is for that. It all runs through the laptop. It has USB ports to connect all the screens. And I just plug in one cord, and all my screens, my keyboard, all of the printer, everything plugs in to that one USB port. So it's a pretty sweet setup. I got my lights over here. They're kind of cool because I can change the color of them. So I could say, like, Alexa, turn all my bulbs to red. And boom. Alexa, turn my bulbs white. There we go. Back to white. So I got my this is a 5 bulb light box, I think is what they call it. You'll have to correct me in the comments if that is. Oh, and I skipped my camera setup. So this this camera I've had for like 10 years. Surprisingly, it's still worth a decent amount of money. And it's a Rebel T5i. I do need to get an upgrade sometime soon, but it works for the videos that I shoot. This is the tripod that I have the camera that I'm shooting on right now. It's a Lumix, let's see, what was it? A100 LX10. Sorry, I just threw you into space and back. Lumix LX10. I like this camera a lot. I got it because another vlogger used it as well. And so, all right, so back here to the camera setup. Oh, I almost forgot. I have this new mic. You probably noticed. This is going to help me do the top 50. The problem with teaching people to tie ties is, where do you put the mic? And I don't have a really expensive like mic boom. And even if I did, the sound out of a mic like this or a lapel mic is just so much better, unless you have somebody like holding the boom at all times. But it was like $40 on Amazon, 40 or 50 bucks. I have the Zoom H6, and the reason I got that is because I wanted to do multiple mics for interviews. If you haven't checked out our interviews on our channel, there's more to come. Subscribe and like those videos so that we get more and more traffic. That'll help us do more quicker, because the more views we get, the more value we can provide, and the bigger budgets we have for those interviews. But I wanted a mic setup that could handle. This handles up to 4 mics. And so that will help with interviews that are a little bit bigger. What else? I already talked about the setup. My plant. I really have a hard time keeping this thing alive. It needs water like all the time. And right over there is my rhino. If you can't tell, I'm a big rhino fan. Always be yourself, unless you can be a rhino. So I have them all over. It's actually the mascot for my web development company. All right. That was a lot. I was trying to go through that pretty quickly to get to what I think most of you are coming for, which is the closet tour. And as you can see here, I have most of my closet broken out into two sections. I got my suits on the left, suits and ties with belts in the back. And and then I keep my suit pants separate because it just makes it easier to get them on quick. I'm all about efficiency, so it's like I hate to take the suit jacket off, get the pants out, put the pants on. Where do you put the suit jacket while you're putting the pants on? And then put the suit jacket back on after the shirt. So I like to have things separate like this so I can kind of make decisions about what I'm going to wear. But as you can see, one thing you'll notice over here in the shirt section is it's almost all white shirts. That is by design. Every once in a while, it's nice to change it up a little bit or to be able to change it up. But if you're just getting into dress, you need a nice assortment of white shirts. And you can have different collar types, different cuffs, French cuffs or button cuffs, but you should have a couple white shirts. That's like the starter for any wardrobe, is the white shirt and the suit. And so I don't have like the most lavish closet, but this is a great example of like a starter closet. What do you start with? Get some white shirts. Suit colors, suits. What do you start with? Well, probably the best color to start with is, I used to say black, but I actually think it's more of like a charcoal, a little bit lighter than just a straight black. It's not as light as this gray, but maybe in between the black and the gray. That should be suit number one. And, you know, I'm not sponsored by Indochino or anything. I wish I were, but I would highly recommend getting a suit that is custom fit to you. They just look so much better. They fit better, they feel better, they make you feel more confident. You every time you, like, if you catch yourself in the mirror, you're just like, wow, that suit looks good. And so that's what I recommend for a suit. Find a made to measure like Suit Supply or Indochino and start there. So then once you have your gray, maybe a lighter gray, then a blue, and I think the next color that I'll be going for is maybe a more casual, fun pattern, like lighter color or bolder pattern, because as you can see, I have the basics, and I probably have too much of the basics. I probably should have gotten a more fun suit rather than some of the other basics like blue and black. But yeah, so I have a couple different handkerchiefs, and this is kind of, the way I have these set up is kind of cool. This is a necktie holder. You can see I have a bunch of my neckties over here. You can get these holders on Amazon. And what I've taken is these little paper clips, and I will clip this on to the handkerchief, and then I just slip it right there on the tie holder, so I can hold, like, this is, I don't know, how many do I got? 10 or 20, probably 20 handkerchiefs there. And it's nice because I can see them all at one time. I'm like, oh, what color do I want? And then I can grab that one out without kind of messing them up. It also keeps them from getting wrinkled. So I really like that. As you can see, I am super proud of how all the hangers are the same material. And I chose cedar because it's the most common for things related to style and dress. As you can see, you can get the cedar shoe box, cedar hangers for suits with the felt, and you can get the, obviously I already showed you the necktie holder, and then they have a belt holder. So the only thing I couldn't find was a shoe stand that was cedar. This is pine, I think. It looks close enough. This tie was the tie in my first video that I, interestingly enough, shot in my closet with a green screen. I don't have a green screen anymore. I have a little more fancy closet, but I'm still in a closet. Maybe that'll be my thing. I'll never shoot videos outside of a dinky little closet. And having a well-stocked closet is important for any man, because there's occasions that you need to dress up, that you'll need to look your best, and being able to do that in a way that's compelling and confident and enjoyable is valuable for anyone, no matter what income you have and what your budget is. All right, so we are now ready to do the unboxing. This is what I've been waiting for all week. Unboxing from Indochino. We'll unbox these and then we'll see how they fit, and we'll go from there.